Hello to Mission Alive. I'd like to tell you a story today that shows that my mission didn't begin when I went to Papua New Guinea. My mission began when I first became a sister. So when I was very young and left the novitiate, I was sent down to Melbourne to do my training as a teacher down there. And another sister and I went down. We were very young. We had never been to Melbourne before. We hadn't been on a long train journey before. So we went down to Central Station, got on the train, and then in front of us there was a lovely lady and an old man. They weren't related, but the old man began to talk to the lady, and he said to her, "Do you know a man called Moses?" And she said, "Yes, I know Moses. I read about him in the Bible. He's the man that God gave the 10 Commandments to." And the old man replied, "He was the biggest liar who ever drew breath. He made up a story about a man and a woman, and he told that story all over the world. He really wasn't talking to that woman. He was really wanting his words to come to the little sister with me and myself." So he went on and on about Moses and the Bible, and the lady tried to change the course of the conversation. So she said to him, "Have you ever travelled?" He said, "No, never left Sydney. This is my first time out of Sydney. I'm going down to Melbourne to live with my son." And she said, "Well, I've travelled." And she mentioned all the forms of transport she'd travelled in. Sampans and kayaks and canoes and rafts, all sorts of transport. And so she tried to get his attention away from Moses. Then it became night and we all went off to sleep. And the next morning we woke up. The little old man stood up and came round to me. And in those days we had a very big medal here, not just this small one, the same one, but very big, very heavy. And he came over and he picked it up. It was on a blue cord round my neck. He picked it up and he said to me, "Who's that?" Like he was pointing to that woman and that baby up there. "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Mary and her son Jesus." He said, "Who are they?" And I said, "She's Mary, and she's the mother of the Son of God." And he said to me, this always stuck with me, "Do you believe God would choose an unknown woman from an unknown village to be his mother?" And I said, "Yes, that's what I believe." And he dropped my medal. And he said to me, "You are so lucky. You are so young, and already you know where you are going. And I am so old, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm going down to Melbourne to live with my sons, and they will look after me until I die. And after that, I don't know." You know, I've never forgotten that old man. I still pray for him even today. And that was a long time ago, and now I'm old, and now he surely would have died. And I'm sure that he has died. He knows what it's all about. He's gone home to a loving God who looked after him. So it's not waiting to go to a place that mission begins. Mission begins wherever you are. Mission began for me when I was sitting on a train, just listening to an old man being a little bit frightened because of the way he was talking. And yet he was just so worried about where he was going. Let's hope none of us are worried about where we are going, that we know where we are going. We're on our way home to our Father God, wherever we are. Goodbye now, and continue your way and your mission.